work is never over.
Yes, so Hairless here. Here we are. This is Pentatonix Daft Punk medley. This is a very heavily recommended Pentatonix song. It was their first Grammy winner. Now, I do recognise this thumbnail and it is a very cool one, visually at least. Someone left a comment saying that the contact lenses really didn't agree with the Avi, the price you pay to have luminescent eyes, eh? This is a Grammy winner, as I said, so if this won a Grammy, I'm sure that there'll also be very cool things to uncover musically. I have reacted to one of their other Grammy winners, The Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, and I think that was definitely Grammy worthy, so I have really high hopes for this. And I'm very excited, so without further ado, let's just get straight into it.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag and drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, call it, jam, unlock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, back it, switch it, date it, name it, rate it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, technologic. One more time.
Like the legend of the Phoenix.
Okay, sorry, that introduction. Let's just get the introduction analysis out of the way, I think, because there's literally so much to talk about there. And aesthetically, it's so cool. I think we can all see that. So I'm going to focus on the music. Okay, yeah, there was a lot to go over in that introduction. I really, really liked it, actually. The original song, Technologic, is quite iconic, I feel. Very creepy video as well. It is so different to this Pentatonix introduction. The original doesn't have much musically. It's essentially speaking kind of melodically. There's not a tune, but it's a bit more than your standard talking. And a beat. The Pentatonix intro, no beat, starting with Mitch.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it.
Mitch is everything in this introduction. He has the same note all the way through and is the sole source of tension. He's just so in tune and his voice just works perfectly. His range fits perfectly there. He's singing on that D. And what makes these harmonies even better, actually, in my opinion, is that they're going through the words so quickly.
Load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it.
And what I mean by that is because they're going so quickly, they can't use vibrato. They don't have the time to use vibrato in all their notes. So their voices are flat in terms of motion. Do instead of ta. It is harder to tune than vibrato, but when in tune, it sounds great. And they hear they're perfectly in tune, and that's why these chords just sound so nice. All right, I want to go over the chord progression here. So cue Sir Hairless from the future on the piano to talk about it. All right, so we start off with Mitch singing this note here, which is a D. And he always stays this note. So every single chord you're about to hear, Mitch is on the D, regardless of whatever else is happening. We have Mitch. We're thinking, okay, there's no other context. What key are we in? Maybe in D major. But then Scott comes in. And you're thinking, oh, what key are we in now? Maybe G? And then he changes. But again, we're not really sure. Until then Avi comes in down here and then Scott moves to here, so we get a nice B minor chord. If you move Mitch's note, the D, down amongst them, nice little triad, but they've spread it out here. Look how evenly it's spread out. So we get this for a bit. And then Scott and Avi both move up to create this. Again, we don't quite know what it is. To me, it sounds like an A major chord. But Mitch, with this note, is that suspension you often hear me talk about, which will sound like. But of course, Mitch just keeping this note doesn't resolve, so we have this nice juicy chord. Just before Kirsty then comes in, and then the other parts move to make this. A nice D chord, as we thought it might have been at the beginning. And then they move down to, on drag and drop it, they move down to here. And as you can see by this chord, it's quite scrunchy. And that's because if you take Kirsty, who's now below Mitch, and move them down, you get this clash. Or up here to hear it better. But it still sounds nice. And then on zip, unzip it. The first zip is the same. Then on everyone moves up except for Mitch, who obviously stays on his note. So then we get this. And then they all move down again except for Mitch, who stays on his note. So we get zip, unzip, bit. Very quick chordal changes. But it's Mitch's part all the way through. That D that is constantly keeping us guessing about where we're moving harmonically. So the chords in succession would sound like this. So it's already been a bit of a harmonic roller coaster with Mitch at the centre of it, which leads perfectly into Kevin's entry, which comes with this dramatic change. The videos change aesthetically, the beat is now coming, and this is the first time that we're not hearing notes sung to da 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 da. Kevin has a beat, and Avi has this sustained low notes now. A bit further on, I really like the broken record effect here as well. The video's going with it too. You can see that their faces are kind of like stuck in a loop. And then at the end of the intro, we have Kevin's nice little run up. Right, let's carry on. I really like that intro.
Like the legend of the phoenix, yeah. All ends with beginnings. It keeps the planet spinning. The force from the beginning.
We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our close to the stars.
Say, we're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get up all night to get lucky.
Last night I had this dream about you. In this dream I'm dancing right beside you. There's nothing wrong with just a little bit of fun. We were dancing all night long. Oh, I don't know what to do about this dream and you. I hope this dream comes true. One more time.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? And this is quite different, to be honest, to anything I've seen from them before. And this is over 10 years old now, November of 2013. I found this passage just from where we carried on really catchy.
All ends with beginnings.
And I think there are two main reasons for this. One, Kevin has equal beats. Dum, dum, dum. We've seen them use this so often to exaggerate the percussive bass-like elements of Avi's parts. But here, everyone is offsetting Kevin. The only time they sing at the same time as the beat is right at the start. They're going doo 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 doo, and at the end as well. Also, Mitch and Kirsty start with a hum, and then move to ooh, ooh, ooh. The sound is literally opening up as their mouths do. So it's this really natural growing effect leading into the chorus that everyone knows. And then it grows a bit more.
Then it's been
Now more of an oh sound, and then again.
the beginning.
Finishing with an ah sound, which is almost like an ah, which is the most open vowel sound you can get. Then I really like this section, which then ends with this. We have Scott, Kirsty and Mitch kind of like as the first group, Avi as the second group, and Kevin as the third group. They're separate. And the first group, Kirsty, Scott and Mitch, they're all singing in their head voices now up there. Scott's moved up really nicely up here. So with all of them singing quite high, it creates this massively contrasting sound to Avi and Kevin, who are down there. Then a bit further on, we have this nice layering, so parts coming in one by one.
To the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night to get fun.
Which again is this idea of growth that I was speaking about earlier. I feel like this is separated into sections, and within each section it kind of starts again and grows, and then it changes section and then it grows. Another broken record type effect.
Lucky. We're up
They're not overusing it at all, it's coming in at just the right moments. And then we have this part.
to get up all night to get lucky.
We have a key change, and every part of me wants Avi to go back down to the G here, which would make this chord. But instead, he sings the A above it, which creates that chord. This is a chord I've spoken about before, where it's the second degree of the scale. So we're in G, and it's number 2 there, A, which is called the super tonic. I spoke about that in some of their sing-off performances. So it's not new, but it's interesting to hear that sung in the bottom part. You don't normally get it in the bottom part. And then in Kirsty's verse, is it Avi who's making this whooshing sound?
Dream and you. I hope this dream comes true.
I think it is kind of like a you get what I mean. If so, pretty cool. Alright, let's carry on.
True. One more time. gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, don't stop the dancing. One more time, we're gonna celebrate.
Harder,
Make it better,
do it faster,
makes us stronger.
more than
Never after.
our work is never over. Work it
Harder,
better, do it faster,
makes us stronger. More than ever after.
our work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us more than ever. Work it never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever after. Our work is never over. Television rules the nation. Oh yeah, television rules the nation.
Music's got me feeling so free. Celebrating, dance so free. One more time, music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. Tonight, hey, just feel it. Music's got me feeling unique. One more time, music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance to the stars.
We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up for one more night. All night to the sun. Celebration. Feeling so free. Oh, one more night. All night to the sun. Celebration. Feeling so. Our work is never over.
Poor. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Before I dissect that last bit, do I think that's Grammy worthy? Yes, I do. Some of that was just so unbelievably catchy. Very good arrangement. I definitely prefer some sections to other sections, but overall I think, yeah, that was a cracking arrangement. Alright, so the section that I'm about to play you, I think, is the most iconic section of this performance. You can probably guess which it is. The original is so synthetic, it sounds like it shouldn't really be sung by humans. All the jumping around and moving up and down through the low ranges to the high ranges. So let's dissect what Pentatonix did there a little bit. Each phrase has 8 notes in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which you could easily just divide into 4 couplets each time. 4 times 2 notes. But they don't do that. By not doing that, that motion in itself just adds variety to the performance whilst maintaining the overall feel of it. To show you what I mean, I'm just going to count over how many notes each person has consecutively, and you'll see that it's not just 2, 2, 2, 2 in different people every time. Okay, I have rehearsed this a couple of times because it's quite tricky. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not only that, but to add further variety, the singers that they use in each phrase changes. In the first phrase, you have all 4 of them singing too. Fine. Then we get Avi, Mitch and Scott.
Makes us stronger.
Then we get Avi, Kirsty and Mitch comes in above Kirsty. And then we get just Avi and Scott. So they've taken this seemingly mathematically organised idea and kept it organised whilst adding variety into it. I think it's very cleverly done. Also, just to show how the notes are spread out visually, I'll quickly cue Sir Hairless from the future and show you on the piano that part as well. So here they are. I'll play each 8-note phase one by one. Right, then we have this bit which just gets a bit crazy really. With Scott and Mitch singing in octaves, but with the effect that they've put on the voice, it kind of sounds like Scott is singing up there. And then again, we have this rhythmic displacement. We have Kevin on the beat, but this rhythmic displacement, particularly Avi's part, listen out for it. And then coupled with Scott and Mitch too, their funky rhythms anyway, it's syncopation galore, it's very rhythmically funky. And then we move into another growth section where they're just jumping between parts, which is just a testament to how well the group works together and how fluid they are with each other. And then it ends on a nice little chord there at the kind of the climax of it, which is this, with Scott and Mitch clashing nicely. And then further on we really do get a nice medley bit. It's another example, just like we saw in their sing-off medleys, of how you can retain the melody from one song and not just whack it on top of another song. You actually have to change the harmonies underneath so they work. So the melody that we're hearing is... Music's got me feeling unique. Earlier, we had that exact same melody with the exact same notes sung, but you'll notice how different it sounds. Look. This time, we're finishing in E major, whereas the second time round, we finish in A. And then towards the end, we get this big climactic moment with Mitch and Scott really belting out in their chest voice. What was that? So that's Scott on the G and Mitch on the B, both high in their chest voice registers, which then leads into the nice medley section, which in turn leads into the final descent through all the parts. Yeah, I won't repeat myself. Very, very solid arrangement. That's cool. That's very, very cool. As always, thank you very much for watching. Would appreciate a like, subscribe. I now have YouTube memberships if you want to join the community, or Patreon too. Links in the description below. And I will see you next time.